We're live inside the Riviera Lanes in Akron, Ohio, for the final stop on the Pro Bowlers Winter Tour. This tournament recognized as bowling's premier event. And here at the Tournament of Champions 1981 version, Earl Anthony with 7 strikes has eliminated Mark Roth 221 to 192. This is our 16th stop in a tour of 16 winter events.
Coming down to the deciding frames, Anthony leads by 1. 9th frame could extend that lead to 11 right here at Firestone.
Leaving a 7 on the left lane.
That time he didn't get up to the pocket solid again. For the 4th time in the match on the left-hand lane, has left the 7 pin. Has been in the pocket 8 out of 9 frames, and yet he's still going at a 207.
It's our second match. The winner to meet Gary Dickinson, and then winner of that semifinal to go against the tournament leader, 6 foot 6 inch, 259 pound Steve Cook. One of them all.
Cross lane, has to make the spare to stay in the match.
Winner of the PBA Doubles Classic in Las Vegas with his partner Tommy Hudson.
The situation now for Couture is this. He trails by 2. He needs to put some pressure on Earl Anthony. Would love to have this first strike in the 10th.
Pressure. Oh, that pumped the adrenaline.
Peter threw his best shot of the match, and he knew it going down there. He just ripped him apart. Jumping off the approach. Now he only trails by 2 pins. He can take the lead in the match with 1 more strike. He'll force Earl Anthony to double.
Pete's father, Al Couture, a former boxer, has his name in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest knockout when he KO'd his opponent in 10.5 seconds in a 1946 bout. Now he'd like to KO Anthony as Harry Golden, the tournament director, allows the re-rack.
Chris, it seems like for $30,000 in a prestigious Firestone, the eyeballs are squeezed a little tighter together. They're seeing pins off spots, or they're moving down there. But it seems like the more the pressure, the more the players are critical of the pin placement. Remember, there's a 1/4 inch variance allowed by the American Bowling Congress off the spot for each pin. Now, those pins were well within that tolerance, but in a crucial shot like this, Peter wants them exactly in perfect position.
All right.
He needs this strike to take the lead in the match, force Anthony to double.
Anthony won the first match over Mark Roth, 221 to 192. The Tournament of Champions. Thanks a lot.
Peter yelling back at someone in the audience. On his way up to the foul line, somebody yelled out, and it disturbed his confidence. His shot, Chris,
yes.
He left the 2-8.
He says it's only 30,000.
He has to regain his composure. This match is not over. He only trails by 2 pin. If he makes this, it's important that he make this spare, keep the pressure on Earl Anthony. Unfortunate that it happened, but things like that in sports do happen. You have to overcome all the surroundings when you're in a match play situations. Peter Couture, unfortunately, affected twice in this game, once by a fan and once by the machine in the 2nd frame.
So he covered the 2-8.
Anthony needs to fill of 19 in the 10th frame. If he would get 18, we'd have a tie. 2 frame sudden death, roll off. 17, he would lose. An open frame, he would lose. Couture, nothing to do but contemplate on what has happened so far.
Oh, a 9.
As almost justice. Couture would have been shut out if Earl Anthony had struck there. Earl Anthony now must make this and strike to win the match. We have a great possibility of a tie, initiating a 2-frame roll-off. Anthony needs the spare and a strike to win.
And we've had roll-offs before in the Firestone Tournament of Champions, and here's a 9-pin. Looks so tiny down there. So, Bo, what a heavy shot coming up.
Earl Anthony needs a strike to go on against Gary Dickinson. If he gets 9, we have a 2-frame sudden death roll-off, much like the 8th and 9th frame, 9th and 10th frame of a regulation game. If he gets 8 or less, Earl loses.
So it's on the right lane, using about 3/4 of the approach as Couture can only watch. Here it is.
It's a tie.
Well, Earl can't believe it, and only 4 strikes in shooting a 205, and Couture matched it with a 205. So, Nelson, here we go.
We've had 2 other sudden deaths in the Firestone Tournament of Champions. Wayne Webb in the first year here at Riviera, and he went on to win the tournament. Wayne Zahn, who went on to win the tournament, and Jimmy Stefanich and Don Johnson had a tie, and Stefanich won the tournament after roll-off.
So it's an all-new 2-frame match, way to the right on the approach. Okay. Keep talking about Earl's 36 championships, most ever. Must remember he's finished second 35 times.
Anthony a chance to take a 10-pin lead.
And the 2-pin on the left lane.
He puts Couture in a must-strike situation. Earl, with a conversion, would have a score of 40. That would be the final score for his 2-frame roll-off. What Couture would have to do is beat the 40. He has a spare up in the 9th. Couture must strike on this ball or he loses. He's back to the same situation he was again in the 10th frame last game.
This is a roll-off, and here's the shot for Couture.
Well, Chris, the pressure got to him. He slipped a little bit, still made a good shot out of it, almost got a strike. If he makes this, we go into another roll-off.
All right.
This is the first time in the history of the PBA on any telecast have we ever had a double roll-off. Anthony and Couture, we start all over. Remember, this is, again, the equivalent of the 9th frame for Anthony. He'll lead off the match. It's all even, 0-0. That's the shot Couture was looking for in the final shot of the last game, ripping the 5 into the 7. The head pin coming across off the sideboard, knocking out the 10. If he had carried that 1 frame earlier, he would have been a winner, but we still have a tie. Both players have a strike working.
And you hear the cheers. 30,000 at stake, along with the title. What pressure stroking here by Pete Couture as Anthony watches. He knows exactly what he has to do.
Couture with another strike will force Earl Anthony to get all 3 strikes just to tie and do it all over again.
The second 2-frame roll-off. Well, just like that, he puts together 4 in a row, this 35-year-old 3-time winner, much to the delight of his wife, Mary, and Earl Anthony, who struck the 9th frame. Wow, in order to tie, he has to roll 3.
Reminds me of the game where Dickinson had 300 and Mark Roth 298. It's almost the same situation. He must throw all 3 strikes to tie the match.
Number 1. Now Earl Anthony in the second roll-off needs 2 more to tie. After 12 frames, 205, 205. They tied after the first roll-off at 40 all.